and what I call this evolutionary impulse, authentic self, will become the stronger half. And I think that's a reasonable goal. Really tough to get there.
Is it possible to live as a human being with 100%?
Why not? Because you see, that in what you're bringing up is some kind of ancient, I think, Eastern concept that once one becomes fully awake, then you're not going to be able to bear being here anymore. Now, to me, that just doesn't make any sense, because you see, the whole point is to be here. One of the points I try to make to people is, if from the perspective of what I was speaking about before,
you can't transcend your ego completely and stay living as a human being. That's what you're saying, is it?
No, I'm saying you probably could transcend your own ego and be here as a human being. Why not? What I'm trying to say is, we have already been, you could say, for countless billions of eons of no time, we have already been existing in the ground of being. Before the universe was born, we existed for eternity in that state. So we've already been there forever, and there's nothing new about it. We've already been there. This is where the action is. In other words, if to put it in theological terms, when that energy and intelligence decided to create the universe, and if you want to put it in evolutionary terms, it's taken more or less 14 billion, as far as we know, 14 billion years for the universe to create the conditions in which highly evolved sentient life forms like us could appear and evolve to the point that you and I could have a discussion like this. And so you can say, therefore, from that perspective, from an evolutionary point of view, the universe is only beginning to awaken to itself. How does the universe awaken to itself? Through highly evolved sentient life forms that have this capacity for self-reflective awareness. Because within this highly evolved capacity for self-reflective awareness, the universe awakens to itself through this process. So if we weren't here, the universe wouldn't have any way to know itself, to be aware of itself. We are the organs of perception of the entire cosmos. So then that's an evolutionary perspective. So from that perspective, we're just getting started. And so we want to, the more enlightened we become, we are in better shape to want to take responsibility for where we're going. So the purpose is not getting out of it. That's an old, dead perspective or concept that I think is not only useless, I think it's antithetical to what's really important in this day and age.
Yeah. No, for me, it's about getting into it, but not getting too caught up in all the drama of it. Man in the world, but not of the world. That's what attracts me personally.
Well, yeah. In other words, what we want to do now is we want to get really, because obviously, if we're very trapped in a psychological process and in culturally conditioned nihilism and cynicism, we're standing back from the process, not really sure whether it's good to be here, whether we want to be here. We didn't ask to be here. You know, we're constantly negotiating with how we feel about being here, and then we die. So the point is, we want to awaken in the way I'm describing to you, to realize that the desire to exist is good. In other words, when the Big Bang happened, we realized it was a big yes. So we realized the aspiration to exist, the desire to exist in itself is good. It doesn't mean all kinds of problematic and challenging events happen. Throughout the creative process is messy. But we realize that the impetus towards life, towards consciousness, is what God is, and that is good. And when we realize that, it releases the self to wholeheartedly let go and embrace being here, and then take responsibility for taking the next step. And I think that's the whole point in being here.
Okay. Andrew, we need to finish. Time is up. It's a good place to finish.
We went quickly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, everybody, for watching Andrew Cohen and watching Conscious TV. And I hope we see you again soon. Goodbye.